Premier drafts for Adventures in the Forgotten Realms. Last time, we only went 3 wins. We were trying out some uncommons that I thought would possibly be good. Fly, Loathsome Troll, stuff like that. I think what I found was, if it's a card that is good unless you get removed, in which case it's bad, it's probably bad, because, like, people have removal. There's Charmed Sleep, there's, like, Ray of Frost plus Charmed Sleep in blue. There's bounce spells in blue as well. And, like, if blue has 3 pseudo removals, like, blue is the one that's supposed to have their weakness being removal. Green has special themes. White has you hear something on watch. Like, there's a lot of good removal, so I think I need to not commit themes altogether. Fly, I still think could work, but I definitely need a more... Like, I need to equip Fly to a creature that... Like a Horde Robber, something that hits, and then, like, has an advantage when it hits. And then it's also, you know, just a good creature. Not something that needs the fly, but something that's okay with the fly. Alright. Well, wow. I was just the 8th seat, I guess. Just hit the gold purchase, and immediately it all filled in. Except for our blueberry here. Chill and chill. Alright. Well, at least you're chill, bro. Long rest. No. Too expensive. Alright, portable hole I did say I do like. Hama is really great with adventure stuff, but you have to get adventure stuff. So it's between Precipitous Drop and Portable Hole. I think that's the only 2 choices. The thing is, I've been liking Portable Hole, but I feel like I'm liking Portable Hole too much. You know what? The 1 mana left over happens often enough, I think, so I'm going to go Portable Hole first, but I will not deny Precipitous Drop seems pretty good. And if no one decides they're going blue as their other color, I could possibly pick up Hama. With black, I pick up, what? Baleful Beholder at best. So I'm going to go Portable Hole. Alright, Magic Missile. Aw, this is an awesome card. Kills 1 to 2 creatures, effectively. Bag of Holding, I have not played a deck without Bag of Holding, but... There seemed to be multiple Bag of Holdings last time I went around. Priest of Ancient Lore is also a good white card, but we're not committed to white just yet. I'm going to grab the Magic Missile. I'm going to grab the Kill Spell. And again, we're not committing to a color just yet. We literally just have a Portable Hole and a Magic Missile. I like Bag of Holding because no matter what color I am, I can have it, but these 2 are good. Like, if I'm controlling, they're good because they control. If I'm aggressive, they're good because they kill things early on. So... These are good no matter what my deck is. And if I end up having to lose one of the colors, okay. Gretchen Twitch Willow. We know Loathsome Troll is bad now. We lost the rare and uncommon, so that doesn't tell us much. Gretchen, I do like the deck where Gretchen works. There's not much white, there's not much red, but these are really just because the packs were a little iffy. Then really the colors are committed. So if I go Gretchen, this is a strong payoff, but... I'd have to splash in 2 separate colors that I'm not sure I can. I think Charmed Sleep is just the better pick because it knocks out a creature most of the time. Yeah, I'm going to pick Charmed Sleep because there's nothing good in white or red unless I want to pick, like, Valor Scener. No, I don't. I'm going to pick the Charmed Sleep, I think. Thieves' Tools, Underdark Basilisk. Yeah, this is a removal. When you don't find bombs, you find removal. So we have removal for each of the colors. Trilistara Moondancer, pretty cool. Veteran Dungeoneer is nice. Plundering Barbarian, there are artifacts to break. There's no removal. I think we go with Efficient. I think Veteran Dungeoneer is just a good efficient card. Devoted Paladin is great if it's your top end. Like, I will say 4/4 for 5 is actually good enough a lot of times in this format. So, Devoted Paladin is actually a really strong body, but I have to be aggressive. Again, this could be anything. If I'm aggressive, it's a top end. If I'm controlling, it's just a good value card. Other thing worth knowing, Planetary Barbarian's a nice little support. Trislara, if I really want to commit to those colors, but I don't want to commit to anything right now. Critical Hit, nice little combat trick, and then I don't have anything to synergize, but a nice little combat trick nonetheless. Alright. So this allows me to basically shoot a bunch of creatures. So that's worth... So I think Tiger Tribe Hunter... Also, it's a 5-mana 4/4, which again is I just said is a good body. So, yeah, I think it's Tiger Tribe Hunter. And there's 2 uncommon red cards, tells me red is actually probably open, which, that's good to know, because we are at pick 5, so a rare and an uncommon was taken, and then 3 other picks were made, or 2 other picks were made, and Tiger Trap Hunter's still around. Alright, Chaos Channeler. Okay, I think red's going to be one of our colors. And these are good signals that red is open. Just gain uncommons later on. We also get, like, Jade Sellswords and stuff. And these are cards that, like, I'm good in the early game, they're good in the late game right now. So we can still be controlling or aggressive. These are pretty awesome picks. Alright. Brazen Dwarf. Unexpected Windfall. You're ambushed on the road. I actually respect a lot more, because with all the kill spells, this allows us to stop a guy from getting killed, and it's also a 1-mana combat trick. Brazen Dwarf is a 2-mana 1/3. We have no 2-drops, and it looks like red is going to be one of our colors, so I'm happy with Brazen Dwarf. Even if as just a 2-mana 1/3, I'm happy with Brazen Dwarf. It's the safest pick, and I'm okay with that right now. Alright, you see a pair of goblins. This could be a combat kill, and it's also just a 3-mana 2/1/1 instant speed. We also have Swarming Goblins. 5-mana 4/3, so it's a 5-mana 5/4 in stats, and it could be even more. So Swarming Goblins could be a top end, if we want to go for that route. Otherwise, you see a pair of goblins, could trigger Pack Tactics if we get it later. And, yeah, I think we've stated that red is our color. I'm okay auto-selecting into that. I'm just trying to think if I want Swarming Goblins. I'll probably get more because... yeah, I'll get Swarming Goblins right now. Do I want Dueling Rapier before I take Swarming Goblins is the big question. It is a combat trick, kind of. There's no real first strike in this set, so... and I think the equipment synergy is not significant enough for me. So I'm going to grab Swarming Goblins because this just seems like 5-mana 5/4 in stats sometimes. Dirtles up the board. Gunks up the board and also helps Pack Tactics, like, yeah, seems good. Price of Loyalty. I do not have Sacrifice Outlets for that, but here's the thing. If you get enough Price of Loyalties, then you could suddenly grab Sacrifice Outlets. Then suddenly you could do a lot of things with Price of Loyalty. Leather Armor I do kind of like, as it's just like, I drop it and it could allow me some combat tricks, but I'm going to grab Leather Armor for now. No one seems to be red, so I think I'm going to get more Price of Loyalties. Alright. I think just Valor Scener as the body right now. Yeah, I need more creatures, not non-creatures. Kicking the door could be nice, but yeah, Valor Scener auto-picked for a reason. Plundering Barbarian. We have our Leather Armor already, and this allows us a Treasure Token and an Artifact Destruction. Scaled Herbalist I prefer of these two. Could trigger Pack Tactics and let Fiends through, but I have nothing that helps when Fiends get through, really. Alright. Cave of the Frost Dragon. Trickster's Talisman. No really good red cards. So... I think I grab Cave of the Frost Dragon, because it's just a land, so it's non-committal, and then it has other benefits. Trickster's Talisman is better if I'm more controlling. I seem to be red and kind of aggressive red. Somewhat aggressive red. Definitely somewhat aggressive red. Steadfast Paladin. Okay, given my curve, I'm thinking that Steadfast so I'm going to just assume I'm white-red, and if I am, Steadfast Paladin might be better. Okay, no. This is a win condition. This is a win condition, and it's a land. Alright. But the Steadfast Paladin could have been good. I'm okay. Like, we have 3 white cards. And the reason I just said I'm probably white is because they are 3 good white cards. They are 3 good white cards. So while we could get more greens and more blues, every single one of these is one I want to put in my deck. Alright. Priest of Ancient Lore, I think is the best card here, other than Owlbear, but I'd rather go white-red right now. I'd have to put Scaled Herbalist. Yeah. I think I'm going white-red right now. I'm not worried about the equipment synergy stuff. But, yeah, there are enough... like, every white card I've gone so far is a good card. We've only seen the rare, so there might not be enough green. Like... yeah. Bag of Holding. I do love me some Bags of Holding. And we're not getting any red cards, but if you'll notice, it's not because the red cards are getting taken, it's just because I'm getting bad packs. So I'm just going to hope the Paladin's Shield rotates around. I'm going to grab that Bag of Holding while I still can. So I will consider that could be a different color, but I'm going to assume, so like, Faraday might suggest me going blue. There's no really good white or red cards, so I'm going to grab Faraday and possibly be ready to splash blue if I need to. Yeah, I think that's the pick. Because Faraday, just with the flip stuff, like the fact that I could draw cards. You do have to roll high, but the fact that it could draw cards. Like, it's a 3/3 that gets through, and then if you're attacking, and then sometimes you also draw cards with it. Yeah, and 4-mana 3/3s are good enough in this format, so... Alright, so do we go Brazen Dwarf because it's a 2-mana 1/3? Or do we go Goblin Javelineer because it's so hard to hit? Almost missed the draft? Yep, so we're trying to figure out what we want. I think we're not aggressive enough to go 1-drops, because, like, and we just need more 2-drops, so I'm just going to pick the Brazen Dwarf because it's another 2-drop. So right now we know we are red. We're trying to figure out if we're white or we're blue as our other color. Given the lack of white, I think the blue is our other color. So, Shocking Grasp is good when you're forcing your opponent to block unfavorably into you, which I think is something we can do. So Shocking Grasp might be really good in this deck. Also, Pit Trap is just flat removal, and it also rolls dice for Faraday and my 2 Brazen Dwarfs, so I might just pick the Spike Trap instead. Yeah, and even if we end up going white, then it still works with the Dwarfs. Like, it seems weird that Spike Pit Trap is the best pick here, but I think it is for me. Alright, pick 7. Someone has 2 Barrowinds if they want them. I mean, we're either red, blue, or red, white. We're not looking into all of these colors here. And like, only 2 of these cards are really good. So it's just, do I want a kick in the door or a bad polymorph? I'm gonna grab polymorph, see if the flying can actually be leveraged. Alright, your Ambush on the Road is a combat trick. If I'm going blue, it's not for the Defender Venture. It's for the Faraday kind of aggro. So, of these 2, your Ambush on the Road is the most playable of them. Alright. Jaded Sellsword. There's space for it. There's definitely space for it. I like it. So just, do I like it better than Dueling Rapier? I think the answer is yes. What do I think of Unexpected Windfall? I think it's just not a Jaded Sellsword, and it's not a creature, and I can use creatures. Mimic or your Ambush on, or another your Ambush on the Road? I think we actually have to pick Mimic at this point. We are kind of low on 2-drops. Yeah, our lack of late game with a deck that kind of wants to go early game is kind of concerning. Alright. Unexpected Windfall, I think, is just better than Paladin's Shield. Could be wrong there. Could be wrong there. Yeah, I'm going to assume I'm wrong there. Kind of a hard assumption to make. Potion of Healing at least draws a card. It's at least possibly playable, but I'm going to throw it here. If I want 1 more Arcanes, I only want 1 more Arcanes. A lot of kicks and door kicking if I need it. Hand of Vecna. This could just be a 3-mana equip that equips for +2/+2, but I think we have a Battlecry Goblin, which is far more important, because we do have, you see a pair of goblins, we have swarming goblins, we have things that care about this. Yeah, I think it's Battlecry Goblin, easy. And we definitely need 2-drops. Like, if Aether were an aggressive deck, so... I still haven't figured out if I'm blue or white, and it really just depends on how many good red cards I get, is my guess. None of these white cards really appeal to me, so I think I'm just going to grab Rust Monster. We have a bunch of 1-mana artifacts. We could literally flash and Spike Pit Trap to sacrifice it to Rust Monster. Oh, that's good. Oh, that's good. Guardian of Faith. Yeah, there's not many red cards, and... we have 1, 2, 3 blue. Yeah, no. We're not blue. I think we're grabbing the Guardian of Faith, and we're decidedly red-white. I think that's the play. Yep. So let me use our time to pull out our blue cards. And we have ourselves a deck. Alright, Ingenious Smith. Do we have enough artifacts? 6? I think that's enough artifacts. Improvised weaponry is nice, but we need more. I think we need more 2-drops. So it's either Steadfast Paladin or Ingenious Smith. We're probably going to get rid of the Mimic, because I just realized we only need so many playables, you know? So... yeah, it's either the Ingenious Smith or the Steadfast Paladin. I'm just trying to figure it out. Okay, auto-selects the Ingenious Smith. I'm okay with that. Because there's one of those two. Alright. Valor Scener. We have enough 3-drops, so we don't need to worry about that. I think we grab the critical hit, because there are some dice rollers, and honestly, it's a combat trick, and combat tricks are nice. Boreal Pegasus. Allow a person to attack it with flying. I appreciate it. Alright. You hear something on watch. Great combat trick, because it gives me creatures +1/+1 as a combat trick. It's a kill spell if I need it to be. I really like this card. This card seems like one of the bomb common cards for white, because it's a kill spell or a pump spell, just depending on what you need. It is both sides of the coin. Alright. Yeah, I think my deck grabs the early game and doesn't let go. And because of that, I think we do grab Dwarfhold Champion just as a 2-mana 3/1. Over something like Iron Golem. Alright. Armory Veteran or Swarming Goblins. Alright, how many 2-drops do I have now? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright. I think we might have enough, so I'm trying to think if I want another Swarming Goblins is all I'm trying to get at. And it agrees that I want another Swarming Goblins. Got it. Alright. Null Camp or Jaded Sellsword. We don't have many artifacts interact, or we don't have many treasure creation, so I honestly think this is the better of the two, but, like, yeah, I'll just grab this because it's a good card nonetheless. It's a 4-mana 4/3. That's often good enough, but I know where I'm ripping out if I need to, because it looks like I'm ripping out some stuff. Yep, so my top end is the Tiger Tribe Hunter and the pair of Swarming Goblins. I like that as my top end. We might rip out the Dungeoneer. Like, I think this Price of Loyalty will end up being playable. Yeah, I think this will be pulled out. What about Bag of Holding? I think if I had Unexpected Windfalls, I'd be more amped for the Bag of Holding, but we don't, so... And, like, that might look like green was open, but none of those green cards were really good, so... Alright. Just pick what feels good to me. Alright. Let's see, for red, we are throughout Jade Sellsword, Veteran Dungeoneer. Alright. Let's look at our deck and figure out what we want to pull out. So we have this Roll the Dice synergy, and we have... How many cards roll the dice? 2 Swarming Goblins, a Chaos Channeler. So we have Paladin's Shield and a Leather Armor as our equipment, which are pretty cool because they're both... One's, like, really finicky and hard to avoid for our opponent, and the other's just, like, good. I'm not going to say anything other than it's good. So let's figure out what else we want to pull out. So that's getting pulled out. I think a land's going to end up getting pulled out. The Bag of Holding. I don't think this is the deck for Bag of Holding. And we don't have any other discard effects, so this is one of those decks that doesn't want Bag of Holding or Kick in the Door. Alright, so one more. So I'm going to get rid of one of the lands, because this is a far more aggressive deck. And it's just one more thing pulled. Might just be the Valor Scener. Because, yeah, every card here is pretty good. I feel. In my mind, it feels. They seem pretty good. I don't have any 1-drops, but I don't think that's an issue. We have Cave of the Frost Dragon, which is great. 5. Okay, so 16 lands. 16 lands right now. Plundering Barbarian does give me an artifact, or give me a treasure token. And it does destroy artifacts if I need to, but I think that is actually my weak link. That and Price of Loyalty are my 2 weak links. And I do actually have a sacrifice outlet with Tiger Tribe Hunter. Ah, I see. So I think, yeah, Plundering Barbarian is my weakest link. Alright. And this is Boros. I think it's a tempo deck, not an aggro deck. I think that's an important distinction to make. Because a lot of my cards are turn 3. We'll see how Boros tempo works. So I will warn, before I continue, I am exceptional at dirtling decks. Not tempo aggressive decks. This is my weakness. These kind of decks are where I falter. That being said, it's good to know how to use these decks. It will make me a better player. A single land, not acceptable. You must conquer your weaknesses, young one. That's the plan. I must mulligan. I have a single land. Alright. So opponent goes first. I'm going to throw away the Spike Pit Trap. I have a Portable Hole. I have a Magic Missile. And I have a kind of top end. Alright. Alright. So I'm probably just going to Porthole whatever they play here. Just as a way to keep myself on tempo. Or I could choose not to. Valor Singer basically stops this anyways. Yeah, I'm going to save the Porthole. I don't care about him dealing 2 damage to me. Magic Stew, burden me with your Hired Hexblade. No land. Alright, so yeah, this is a 3-mana 3/3, which is often good enough in this format. Alright, so they just drew their 3rd land. So if we could keep drawing lands, we will be on curve to compete. So I can Magic Missile the Vampire Spawn if I'd like. I could Arboreal Pegasus, attack in for 4, and no, I want a Chaos Channeler soon. So I'm going to attack first. If they want a double block, I'm happy with it. Magic Missile, I do believe, is sorcery speed, unfortunately, but that's okay. I now have a much bigger threat. I could always Porthole that, and then I can Magic Missile something else to attack with Chaos. Attack in with Chaos Channeler. You must conquer your weaknesses, young one. Feel the tempo burn within you. You can tell, because I'm currently at 60 and they're at 22. This is totally tempo, and not me being the control that I know and love. Alright. Well, here's the thing. I could Arboreal Pegasus to still get in if I want. Oh. They have to scry to the bomb because they need lands. Alright. Get your 2 damage in. Alright. I'm going to start by attacking because if I get a land on the top of my deck, I just want to play the land. Alright. Alright. Cave of the Frost Dragon? And I think it is Brazen Dwarf and finally bin the Hexblade. Yeah, minus... I think the tempo is worthwhile. At this point, the tempo is worthwhile. Also prevents any combat tricks from them playing this turn. They do need lands. They made that clear. Oof. So I could have done that several turns ago, but I wanted to just make sure that was the big threat. This actually... Alright, Dungeon Crawler. What a joke. Alright. I think I attack it with both. Yep, I'm attacking it with both. That's okay. Chaos Channeler is a great card. And yep, now I get the land here. Here we go. More dice rolls. There we are. Looks great. And then we can magic missile something. Probably a Boreal Pegasus another. What's your trick? Show me your trick. Yeah, my swarming goblins ain't gonna get stopped by you. 1, 2, 3. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 8, 9. Yeah, we're just gonna swing in. See what you do. And this also allows me to play lands that I get off the top of my deck. Alright. Like so. Yep, so next turn I get a Boreal Pegasus, attacking with Chaos Channeler, and the Cave of the Frost Dragon, I'm pretty sure. There's a lot. I feel like there's a lot I can do. Yeah, this guy got mana screwed, but also, listen, if you have 3 mana and you can't play anything, that might be a mistake on your part. I recognize this is a dirtily format, but that is still a mistake to have no plays on 3 with 6 cards in hand. Alright. Like, I will say, they got unlucky. They kept a hand with 2 lands. But, okay, no. They had 6 cards in hand, and every single one of them had to cost like 4 or 5. They felt they could not play them. That's a mistake. That I'm going to declare as a mistake, because they had no playables. Because when you draw 2 additional lands and you still don't have playables, then that's a mistake. Alright, if we draw a single land, we have so much play. And one of them is more card draw. But I think we need to go tempo. I think we need to mull this again and get a 2-drop. Because yeah, not having a 2-drop I think is the kill on this hand, not the lacking a land, actually. Throw that back. Alright. At least I have a 2-drop. This hand has a lot less power, but, like, oh my gosh, I should have played the mountain, because if I get Cave of the Frost Dragon, I can't play it. Alright. So when I see people play Evolving Wilds, I always have to question, are they 3-color? Awesome! Flashing Brazen Dwarf Protect Guardian. Alright. And yes, I will flash that out on their turn just to get the 3 mana 3/2. If they don't, if I'm going to allow them an opportunity to do something to my Brazen Dwarf. Okay. Now I might not, because the Guardian of Faith gets chumped by the Priest of Ancient Lore. I mean, this allows me to... I could still combat trick using your Ambush on the road, so I'm going to go for it. Seems like a logical block, right? The phrase is make them have it. And I have it. I don't even care. Sure, I could Tiger Tribe Hunter. But then I have to just rely on the tempo I've built. That might have been bad because I just tempoed out to kill a Priest of Ancient Lore. Yeah, I probably should have kept that to phase out when they try to drop my Brazen Dwarf. That would have been the preferable play. That was a mistake on my part, because I'm like, oh, I'm the tempo deck. Oh, the tempo! Alright. I'm going to play the Tiger Tribe Hunter first. Alright. If they spend all their mana, they could Spec Pit Trap the Tiger Tribe Hunter. That's okay. That means they're spending their mana killing the Hunter. Oh, they forgot to play a land. Is that what they're saying? Alright. We have a combat trick. We have attackers. But yeah, we took very little health out of them, which I think is the main flaw with what I did. I went tempo, but I didn't tempo properly, to put simply. And now that they're Prosperous Innkeeper to gaining life, I think we get blown out by just the weight of their life gain and card advantage. Ooh, let's get some card advantage ourselves. Yeah, if I attack with Brazen Dwarf, they just double block here. So I'm going to play Dwarfle Champion and turn it into a 3/4. So now they don't have good attacks. So they were 3 colors. I'm trying to think what their combat trick could be. Manticore. There it is, Manticore. The other is your ambush on the road becomes a 4/5, still dies. Still doesn't, like, kills the Dwarfle Champion instead of the Priest of Ancient Lore. I'm okay with that. Yep. Black Dragon. Oh. Alright, well, I'm going to save that you hear something on watch to kill the Black Dragon. Watch them target the Dwarfle Champion and then forget to pay the ward cost. Alright, so they had the treasure, but it's okay. Alright, cannot attack into a Black Dragon. I can use you hear something on watch to break it down. Well, that could just be the end game. Black Dragon plus Varus. So I'm using this because Magic Missile is a card I have in my deck that can get through Varus. I'm going to just keep that as is. If they attack with Varus, I think I double block? No, he has a trap. If he had. I can now attack in with Brazen Dwarf and use this to get, give it plus... Yeah, I'll use this as a combat trick to allow the Brazen Dwarf through. And if they want to stop it, then they have to play their own combat trick. Come. Oh, you have to equip the leather armor once each turn. Fair enough. Alright, well, they haven't triggered Varus yet, so that's a positive. That is the opposite of a positive, though. Alright, well, if they attack, I'll see a pair of goblins and have Ingenious Smith kill Varus. Because that's kind of what I have to do. But I don't see how we get through this now. Is that last card a combat trick? No, it's just they're holding up the Potion of Healing. That's all that was. Yeah, gotta kill Varus. Now that Hill Giant Herd Gorger is going to be an issue, though. The attack in with a Herd Gorger, I just swing in with my Chaos Channeler. I'm not going to block with the Brazen Dwarf. And yeah, I'm holding this mountain because it has no benefit in play, and it allows me to threaten cards like you get ambushed on the or you hear something on watch, which will allow me to kill Herd Gorger. I'm going to take that Chaos Channeler to get myself some advantage. Yeah, I don't even care. I'm attacking with Chaos Channeler. Don't have a fight. Don't have the 3-mana fight. Thank goodness. Alright. Magic Missile does not kill the Owlbear. Doesn't help with the math on the Owlbear. I'm still attacking with Chaos Channeler because this is scary. and it allows me to deal some damage with Brazen Dwarf, and it allows me to draw cards, effectively. Oh, look at that! Have fun blocking with owlbear. Did they... Did they not read the card? Ooh. The cards are exiled face up, yes. I'm gonna block this time. I'm running low on health. If I don't block and then they have a combat trick, I have other issues. I have to attack again. I have to find a solution to this board presence. I can't just leave as is. And I did not want to Magic Missile the Prosperous Innkeeper because I wanted them to play a creature with 2 health so I can hit that instead. Alright, so we start by attacking with Chaos Channeler. And if we roll a natural 20, we get critical hit back, which is actually pretty great. Okay, that's fine. I'm at least thinning through my deck, but I'm drawing mostly lands. Yep, they're going to block again, and this time I don't have a combat trick. Alright. If they leave up their Hill Giant, I can attack... Oh, is a 1/2 better than a 4/4 here? That's a good point. I just equipped it because of the ward. I just equipped it because of the ward, honestly. Alright. That was actually really good on them. The fact that Magic Missile sorcery speed is actually being an issue. I think I keep attacking in. I think I have to keep swinging in, unfortunately. Yeah, the problem with this tempo deck is it has 0 mana sinks. And I have to save the Magic Missile to help me do like a combat trick against some other things. Anyways, they've shown that they don't have combat tricks, so I'm probably just going to let the Hill Giant hit me this time. And I'll block next turn. Next time. God. Alright. So they could bounce the Hill Giant Herd Gorger. Oh. Oh, they bounced the Herd Gorger, they would have had it untapped, and they would have gained life in the process. Oh, they drew cards through that. This is getting out of hand. I'm glad that I held on this long, but this is... Yeah. So the way I survive is actually they bounce the Herd Gorger, get themselves 3 life. I attack through anyways, and, well, they just decided to draw cards. My new win condition is I mill them. Well, 10 of my 16 lands. Well, okay, I drew through so much of my deck, that makes sense. Well, that's why I saved the Magic Missile. Oh, great. Well, we know that weakness is if I don't get off the ground at the beginning. And, like, this was a good deck. Like, they had... Like, okay, they had Varus. That was my 7 win card last time. So, not exactly surprised. And then what happened is I over-tempoed. I assumed, like... I played a card I shouldn't have. I mean, they're going to attack in. We didn't get our Frost Dragon. We didn't... Yeah, we were missing a lot of things. They had the life gain deck that just had, like, double Owlbear plus Varus, okay? Like, forget everything else. Double Owlbear plus Varus. But I definitely tempoed wrong. I played Guardian of Faith as just a tempo 3-2, when I should have just kept it as a combat trick to stop something. And yeah, in case you're wondering, I'm letting them finish so that they could finish their quests. Because everyone needs their opportunity to finish their quests. So, I was letting him play through with that. Alright. 1-1. And I have all my 2-drops. I feel like I could have had more... It would have been better if I had more 2-drops, but I have all the 2-drops I have in the deck in this deck. Valkyrie Goblin, into Priest of Ancient Lore, into a possible Chaos Channeler. Like, that seems great. Alright. Play the Mountain first. That way, if we play the White Dragon, I could just drop the land. And yeah, we're Valkyrie Goblin first. Just bigger body, bigger threat allows me to play Priest of Ancient Lore on curve and not worry about things. Alright. Yeah, I play that because that way I could Guardian of Faith for planes if I need to. Hired Hexblade. I do not think I want to trade with that. I think I'd just rather Priest of Ancient Lore and let them move a little bit. Alright. I might... If I fail on this one because they just, we got to the late game and I couldn't do anything, then I'm going to bring in my Bag of Holding that I have in the sideboard. Alright. So I could put this in a portable hole, and then I can play Brazen Dwarf. And I'm willing to double block the Valor Scener with Brazen Dwarf. Or I can attack with Battlecry Goblin. They have to block and... Nah. I'd rather apply tempo, not trade. Not having a land there definitely hurt, though. Not having a land there definitely hurt. And we have 16 lands, so it's not unreasonable to be getting a land there. Rust Monster. Good card. Good card. No attacks there, buddy? Alright. I think I just played Chaos Channeler. Yep. They also missed a land drop. What's with just missing land drops in this format? It's funny how often it happens. But yeah, I'm going to start swinging with Chaos Channeler. And I could see him with Battlecry Goblin. I could then Guardian of Faith to phase them out if it blocks with the Rust Monster. Ooh, I like that. That's a trick. Hmm. If they attack with a Rust Monster, that's good for me. Alright. I still like this move, because it allows me to thin through my deck, and it allows me to get a Goblet in the process. And then I can Guardian of Faith to protect my creatures. I got my land that I was looking for, that's good. Let's see what they do. How they block. Because I could... If I drew a mountain that turn, I could have actually pumped with Battlecry Goblin, then Guardian of Faith, which would have been even better. But... Rust Monster block there, so I could phase that out. Alright, Valor Senior block there. I could just... Guardian of Faith. And then I could just let the Chaos Channeler not get phased out, which is the awesome part. I think if they double block with Battlecry Goblin, I'm happy to... Alright, there we are. So now we leave the Chaos Channeler unfazed, and we get the Battlecry Goblin and the Goblin still. So this faces out, and this faces out. Then we deal with the 4 damage. It still had the first strike combat trick damage. Alright. And I'm going to hold up the Spiked Pit Trap. I could play it later. If I end up not needing to play it, I could play it with Ingenious Smith, making it into a 2/2. They have an artifact they could sacrifice for Rust Monster if they really want to. But it's expensive for them. Yeah, and now we're 3 cards to 3 cards. That felt good. Chaos Channeler is definitely fantastic. That's definitely been a card that's been helping me here. Let's see, if I just play Spiked Pit Trap immediately, and I could then pop and kill the Battlecry Goblin or any specific threat they have. Alright. No specific threats. As long as they're Dirtling, I think I don't play Spike. This actually makes their blocks real impossible. This makes their blocks impossible. They cannot block the Chaos Channeler. I think I do not attack with the Battlecry Goblin, though. This time I just let the Battlecry Goblin sit at home, wait till I build up more goblins in other ways. Alright. Fair enough. Fortunately, that's not the theme that I was looking for. Alright, no attacks. And Tiger Tribe Hunter? Or Ingenious... Yeah, Tiger Tribe Hunter. Whew. Now we can attack with a huge board, blow up creatures on their side. Yeah, I could sacrifice this Goblin with Tiger Tribe Hunter to kill their Rust Monster. Oh my gosh, that's good. That is good. Alright, and then I could Spike Pit Trap something else along the way. Alright. Oh my gosh, an extra combat trick. This has Vigilance. I think that's the play. Sacrifice another creature. And pop a Rust Monster. I have a Spiked Pit Trap and an Ambush on the road. This becomes an impossible block in so many different ways. Feels good. Alright. Alright, so there's a triple block here. Wait, hold up. This is 6... This is 6... This is 6/5, so Ambush on the road on that. Gives me the kill here. Gives me a 5-person kill here. And I can Spiked Pit Trap. I'm going to still kill the Rust Monster. Just keep my Battlecry Goblin active. There we are. That felt great. That felt great. Oh my gosh. Their protective block punished them because they didn't think about that card. Alright, so let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm just wondering if I could attack in and just always kill. That's what I'm trying to figure out. So I have 3 triggers of that, so a 5/1 and a 4/1. and I could sacrifice one of the 4/1s to kill the Skullport Merchant immediately. Yeah, I think this is lethal. Alright, I actually want to do that first. Put on full control. Alright, now I want to pump them up a lot. Alright. Now I could sacrifice the 4/1 to kill the 1/4. Yep. I could have sacrificed... I could have just pumped them up one last time, killed the 2/3 with a 3/1. Yeah, there was a lot of plays I could do there. That Tiger Trap Hunter worked really well because of cards like Rust Monster on my opponent. I feel like I'm still dirtier than the aggro decks. But it's in my nature. Alright. We get Brazen Dwarf, we get equipment for it. A land gets me Guardian of Faith. I am not going to minimal land. It's not with this deck. I don't like mulliganing whenever I can control it. And... So I have two 2-mana combat tricks. And neither gets around the Basilisk. This turn. Neither gets around the Basilisk with the Brazen Dwarf. That's a clarification I should make. You want to attack in? That's perfectly fine, sir. I'll return the favor. Don't you worry. Or you could just have a bunch of Basilisks. Ooh, and then equip the Spare Dagger. That makes sense. So I could Magic Missile and kill both. I'm going to attack first. See how they respond. Yeah, it's such a weird attack. I would do the same. It's really hard for me to Magic Missile right now. Like, if I do it, it just, it only kills one. I think I wait this turn, and they're gonna... I can Magic Missile with a creature that actually gets the divided damage in a proper position, you know? Like, if they don't play anything that turn, that's even more of an advantage. Alright, are they gonna sacrifice the dagger to kill the Brazen Dwarf? That's the big question. Battlecry Goblin, I attack, they're going to kill the Battlecry Goblin. Just 100%. I think I accept the loss. Yeah, I accept the loss. So first, I'm going to attack with Brazen Dwarf. Because I'm going to be doing that anyways, and if they play like a flash creature that I could kill... That'd be good. But yeah, every single one of these cards is a 1-for-1 trade, because the Underfang Basilisk, specifically with the Spare Dagger, creates a 1-for-1 trade. I just realized they could have been playing Bar the Gates, and that would have been really bad. But another play they could have right now is the 4-mana roll dice and draw 2 cards. So that's probably the more likely. Spoils of the Hunt. Yeah, so far, their entire deck has been around get Underdark Basilisks and one-shot and just get kills, and everything becomes a kill spell. Which, by all means, it's a strategy. But yeah, I need to get rid of their Spare Dagger before I can actually do something significant. I'm not going to attack this turn, I'm going to hold up the critical hit. I would definitely like an additional land, but let's get rid of the Spare Dagger guy first. Was this sacrifice? This is one of those combat tricks I'm okay losing. But yeah, this is a bad combat trick, but it's what I had to do. I don't like it, but it's what I had to do. Are they about spoils of the hunt to try to do a 1-for-1 trade here? But yeah, having less lands, I'm in a lot of weird predicaments thanks to these double basilisks at the beginning. I think this is just like, if they have more kill spells using like spoils of the hunt and stuff, I think this is just variance. Like I am not gonna chop this down to like me making mistakes. This is just like some crazy variance. Alright. Do I play Chaos Channeler knowing it will die to the Underdark Basilisk? Yes. Because then I get to play Swarming Goblins and get back on this board. Yep. Gosh darn it, and now they can sacrifice the dagger to kill my Chaos Channeler and get the Bullet pumped. Ugh. Yeah, they just had, like, amazing synergy in the early game. Like, unreasonably good synergy in the early game. At least this stops their Bullet and their Underdark Basilisks. Because I could sacrifice the Spike Pit Trap to kill the Bullet. Unless, of course, they have an additional removal spell. In which case, they had 3 removal spells. Specifically, if they have 2 Underdark Basilisks. Like, I can't play around every single removal, okay? I have to win the game at some point. Alright. I'm okay with the block. Yep. Force my rest must do block, and you don't have a combat trick because you only have 1 mana left open. Unless it's Wild Shape, which you do not put Wild Shape in your deck. I know better. Yep. Oh. Leaving back the Bullet is actually the correct play here. Because then the Bullet can keep growing. Alright. Yeah, they have to leave back the Bullet, or else bad things happen to them, and they don't. The question is, do they realize it? Alright. No. Cancel. There we go. Killed the Bullet. Now I can Magic Missile Shahira, or Shishra, and be back in this game. Or I could Dwarfle Champion, have a Paladin's Shield as a combat trick. No, I don't have that as a combat trick. Alright, let's just kill Shishra before it becomes an issue. Because I needed an additional planes to make that into a combat trick. But yeah, this now... But yeah, all of this damage, all 13 of this damage has just been the pair of Underdark Basilisks. That can't attack into Rust Monster. Man, that first strike is so potent in this format. There we are. Do I want to play Swarming Goblins or the Dwarfle... No, Swarming Goblins. Swarm the board, get some presence. Make myself threatening. Allow myself to start attacking in. Yeah, it's a 4-2. Sorry, buddy. If they attack in with all, I'm assuming Bolt. That hurt. That hurt. Physically. Alright, well, Swarm of Goblins has to kill the Moon Druid. Just flat out. That was not a choice. I mean, I'm not blocking with Goblin, so I might as well just attack with Goblin. 4 removals in this top part of their deck. Well, I guess they've drawn through half their deck about. I'm happy trading the Dwarful Champion for one of these Basilisks. If I could draw planes, I could Paladin's Shield the Guardian of Faith, but that's not the case anymore. I'm at such low health, but I have to play the Valor Scene. I need to play more bodies. Yeah. Yeah, those Underdark Basilisks. Yeah, they've done all the damage. Every single point of damage has been from an Underdark Basilisk right now. Alright, so they turn that into a 3-3. I will be double blocking the 3-3 with my 2-3 and my 1-1, and I will be blocking the Circle of the Moon with my 2-1. If they have a combat trick, I'm already dead. Just looking at the damage I'm taking. Alright. Alright, but then I don't have the combat trick, but that doesn't matter. I have the Underdark Basilisk out of my face. And I can trade with the Yuan-Ti Faneblade. They don't have any big creatures yet. This is where they play their big fatty, Hill Giant Herdgorger, and this whole game just falls apart, but... assuming that's not the case. We actually recovered. If they attack with a Fiend Blade, I'm double block... oh wait, double blocking doesn't help me. And it allows the Death Toucher to kill both. So... they have shown that they don't have a combat trick, they're just willing to trade. So I return the favor. Oof. Big oof on my part. Yeah, I'm not letting that Fane Blade through. Alright. I'm gonna probably block and then just Guardian of Faith to pull the Goblin out of harm's way. And yeah, I'm thinking I just let this Basilisk through. It's a 1-2. I have to just keep letting the Basilisk through. I hate it, but it's the only play I can think of. And now they have card draw engine. Skullport Merchant is a very powerful card. Alright. If I attack with both, I can Paladin's Shield to make sure the Goblin doesn't die to Skullport Merchant, and then I trade the Underdark Basilisk. Or if they block with Skullport with Guardian of Faith, I could ambush on the road, kill the Skullport. I think that's my play, because I have to prevent the Skullport from giving them card advantage. Alright. Returning doesn't... yeah. Well, they don't have a sack outlet for Skullport now. Not this turn. Oh, well, they have that one treasure, which I can't do anything about. Well, here's the thing. I don't think Bag of Holding would have helped me much. What would I pull out for Bag of Holding? I think the Spiked Pit Trap is probably... yeah, a Bag of Holding is better than Spiked Pit Trap. I'm going to stand by that assessment. Alright, I could Price of Loyalty something. But not this turn. I'll block in Paladin's Shield. And that will just leave us at a stalemate. Do I have lethal? If they attacked him with a Skullport Merchant, I go Price of Loyalty, attack with a Purple Worm, ambush on the road to return to his hand. I'm like trying to math out a win condition. Yeah, I think this is my best shot still. Because if he attacks the next turn, I'm basically a goner anyways. War 2. If they choose not to block for whatever reason, I ambush on the road. This way they have to, lose their Skullport Merchant. Alright. Huh. Maybe if I waited next turn and you encountered some goblins, that was actually the correct play. That's like... Alright, leather armor. You're nice and all, but I don't think... Yeah, I think I'm pulling out the leather armor and putting a bag of holding in. I think that's the easy play. Yep. I'm gonna take out the... Because I have no, like, bomb cards is one of the main issues. Also, I just need to note that they had... I feel like that was inordinate, having the Basilisk, having the double Basilisk, plus the spared... Like, they had a lot of cards that just turns Basilisk into kill spells, and had double Basilisk to start off the game. If they didn't draw those double Basilisks, if I had a way to remove them, I think that wouldn't have been as much of an issue. But yeah, leather armor is not as good as bag of holding, even in this dirtily deck. Here's the question, is leather armor better than Paladin's Shield? I never really got the combat trick of Paladin's Shield, so I think so. I'm gonna put that back in, take Paladin's Shield out. Yep. We'll figure it out. But I would like to go 3 wins, please. I would like to go 3 wins, please. This is not going well. As I said, I'm more based on Dirtle than Tempo. And a lot of the 2-drops I got are 1/3s. Can't deny that. Bag of Holding, Battle Cry, Priest of Ancient Lore. Not the best curve ever, but it is a curve that works here. And they have the Dirtily. I'm still sticking to my curve. I can scare them by attacking with Battlecry Goblins. Some people don't block that. Having a critical hit in the back end feels very good. Drag below with Dragon Turtle. Okay. Not a worthwhile call. I just realized I look like a pretty dirtily deck with those plays. It's pretty resourceful. Alright. I am going to Chaos Channeler now and take the Dragon Turtle to the face. Then next turn I could Brazen Dwarf, critical hit, stuff like that. Alright, they're just tapping me down. And they're locking down with those taps. Good for them. Do I just play Tiger Tribe Hunter? Double Brazen Dwarf into critical hit. That's kind of funny. I think I'm just playing Tiger Tribe Hunter, and then I could, like, sack the Priest of Ancient Lore to kill the Sign of Stygia and stuff like that. Yeah, I could attack with all 3 of these and have critical hit and pump both as backups. So if they block the Battlecry Goblin, I could pump. Yeah, I have a lot of ways to trick them out, so I'm gonna do that. Sacrifice the Goblin, kill the Sign of Stygia. Alright. Got a land. Awesome. So do I want to use the Magic Missile? Alright, so with that, I can now Magic Missile and kill both. That feels good. So that's... because critical hit doesn't really help me in either way. So... now I Magic Missile. Alright. There we go. Oof. Alright. Gonna use 1 pump now. So I can attack with all. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yeah, that'd be 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. I'm gonna just play a Brazen Dwarf now, and yeah, the only board clear I could think of is the Annihilation, and they're not gonna have that right now. Also, there's the Return to my hand, but Battlecry Goblin has haste, so I'm not even worried about that. And if they knock a Brazen Dwarf back into my hand. Alright. Well, it comes into play tapped, so I don't even... it's not even that dangerous. Oh boy, 1/1 Goblin. I'm willing to trade my Priest of Ancient Lore for a 1/1 to keep the tempo going. Yeah, they're going to tap down my Battlecry Goblin, so I actually want the critical hit in the back instead. Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, just barely not enough, but I'm still going to use this, and... I could have won the game if I did that first. Oh well. But yeah, as long as Battlecry Goblin stays in play, I think that's a good game there. Alright, whew. Definitely gotta fight for these. Tempo does not mean aggro, which means I need some form of late game in this, which is something I'm still, like, accepting. Alright. Yeah, the Dwarful Champion, it's like, there's only 1 equipment! Look, the Dwarful Champion is a 2-mana 3/1. Honestly, do I want to get rid of the leather armor for something? Alright. Bag of Holding into Ingenious Smith, or I could go Ingenious Smith, Bag of Holding. Alright. I'm going to Ingenious Smith into Bag of Holding on another turn. So I'm going to play Brazen Dwarf next turn, then I'm going to Ingenious Smith Bag of Holding, then I'm going to Chaos Channeler. That's our play. Alright. So the 50 feet of rope might just have to be tapping down the Chaos Channeler, which feels good for me. I'm glad I did that. And if they want to attack with the Direwolf Prowler, pay their mana. Pay their mana. Every time they attack him with the Direwolf, I get bigger and more threatening. Alright. Attack with the Genius Smith if they tap for a pair of goblins. I can pair of goblins to kill. Or I could just play Chaos Channeler. Yeah, I like just playing Chaos Channeler. Tell them they can't spend their 2 mana on anything. Sucks to be you. Yeah, what are you going to do? Tap down a creature that's not currently tapped? Because, yeah, it only prevents it from untapping. It doesn't actually tap it. That one's pretty scary. Not going to deny that. I'm still attacking with Chaos Channeler. They have to lose their Owlbear for it. There we are. And now we have a Goblin Swarm. Alright. They attack with Direwolf Prowler. Blocking the Swarming Goblin means they have to block in an undesirable means. Alright. I could Priest of Ancient Lore and then use Bag of Holding, or I could just Tiger Tribe Hunter. Next turn I could pump, attack, like... Let's see. If I attack with Swarming... If I just attack with everything... they're gonna block there. The 1/1 probably doesn't block. The 2/2 blocks the 2/2. And we deal 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 damage. I think we're actually going to win in the late game. The Hill Giant Herd Gorger seems scary, but I think we win in the late game. So I think we're just going to play Tiger Tribe Hunter and keep things moving. I could Priest of Ancient Lore and Bag of Holding, but I think this is just how I'm going to win, so... Oh, now I could sacrifice goblins with Tiger Tribe Hunter to kill the Prosperous Innkeepers. Which feels pretty good. I do have to attack with this Tribe Hunter, though. Whew. So, I could Super Pump, or I could just attack with Tiger Tribe and Swarming Goblins. One of them kills the Herd Gorger, the other does well. I should attack with a Genius Smith as well. I'm okay trading that for a Direwolf Prowler. Yeah, I'm going to attack with, like, this. And leave one back to kill the Herd Gorger should they do something tricky. Go. 2 for 1 them, and now I have another 3-1. Intrepid Outlander. Alright. I'm okay attacking with a Dwarfle Champion to trade with a Prosperous Innkeeper. Oof. The fact is they're running out of cards. They have to use 50 feet of rope to tap that down. Fair enough. Yeah, Outlander is just good as a 2-mana, 2/3 reach, so... I'm going to start with this, though. Is that 3 Prosperous Innkeepers? Yeah, that's 3 Prosperous Innkeepers. I mean, I know it's a good... Like, it's an uncommon. They got 3 Prosecutors, Innkeepers in Limited. I'm going to attack first. They want a triple block, I'll kill their Innkeepers. Alright. Feels good. Feels good. Ah, I see. I see. If I could get planes, I can play Guardian of Faith to phase out whoever gets blocked and swing in safely. Alright. I'm gonna start with this. I think I throw the Guardian of Faith in there. I need the planes. This will allow me to play my hand, basically. And I'm gonna give the buff to my Brazen Dwarf, I think. Yeah. You get 1 good tradester. And I can equip this to Valor Scener to make it impenetrable. Nah, I think I just leave it on the Dwarfold champion. If they want to tap it out as ward. Oh, I could have put on the Swarming Goblin, but let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Doesn't matter. Alright. Ooh, that was good for them. And if they venture... Okay, they're not venturing. Let's see. 1. Okay, so they block 4. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I get 2 through. Can this hit players? Yeah, that can hit players. Thank you, Magic Missile. Thank you, Bag of Holding, to get me to Magic Missile. And to get rid of the Guardian of Faith that could not be played this round. They're going to 1. So that's how tempo works. Okay. So I actually played that pretty slow compared to what I thought tempo would be, but works out. Works out. Alright, we got to 4 wins. That feels good. That's better than last time. That's better than last time. Happy to do better than last time. I do need 1 more win to get refunded the gems that would cost to do a draft. So, I am noting that. Okay. Malice. Here to bring havoc to the world. Fortunately, I have a bit more malice than I normally do this time. So, because I have Bag of Holding, meaning I can loot, I am perfectly happy with his hand. So if I have no turn 2 play, I just loot something with Bag of Holding, probably put the Chaos Channeler with its double red in there, and then I just keep moving. Did they not have a land? Oof. Big oof. Yeah. So now this... If you control 2 or more other lands. Okay. So I'm gonna just Ancient Lore. That looks good. Awesome, I can now Ingenious Smith, Spike Pit Trap. Next turn. Then the turn after that, I attack with both. Have a Guardian of Faith active. Like, we in good spot, despite having no red. Alright. I play a mountain, Arboreal Pegasus, to attack with a 3/2 flyer to get through. And I still have a 2/3 blocker. I like that. I like that a lot better than using You Hear Something on Watch this early, prematurely. The fact that Dawnblaring Cleric had no notable targets felt good. Veteran Dungeoneer is something I could hear on watch. Alright. So I'm going to start with Ingenious Smith, see if I get an artifact worth taking. Nope. Still attacking with the Pegasus. I now have You Hear Something on watch, Spike Pit Trap, and Guardian of Faith. All available. And this prevents the Intrepid Outlander from getting what it wants. Awesome. And I get to play Spike Pit Trap, Ingenious Smith triggers. We feel good. We have 5, so we can hold up the Spike Pit Trap. Enters the battlefield. So if I roll high, this becomes a 3/3. That's actually pretty cool. Yeah, I'm just gonna attack with Pegasus. Keep things moving. If they ever want to hear something on watch and hit the Pegasus with it, I'm perfectly happy. Oh, that thing has reach. I do not care. I could actually Guardian of Faith to that. That was probably the smarter play. Alright, well that needs to get Spike Trapped, which means I need that 1 extra mana. Yeah, if I get a mountain, I want to play that Magic Missile. So... And that's 4, so I have 3 left over, so I could still Guardian of Faith if I want. Actually, hold up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I'm going to Spike Pit Trap, because if I get an artifact, I can attack with Ingenious Smith. Oh, wait, no, never mind. Because they can just double block. Oh, it can't be countered anyways. So, hold up. Just want to confirm. Can't be countered. Decline. Still triggers. Alright, so I have 4 mana left over. So I get to hold up Popping the Bag and the Guardian of Faith at the same time. Alright. Don't need more lands. Alright. 5. Okay, so I'm going to attack with Ingenious Smith. I can Spike Pit Trap if they block with a bunch of things. I can ambush on the road otherwise. Like, I think this is a good attack. And if they just trade with a Basilisk, I'm fine with that. That's it? Alright. And it's now 3-3. I can now pop Bag of Holding, or I can Guardian of Faith if there's something much worse. Kind of weird throwing my combat trick into the bin, but... Oh, I have enough to just trigger my Frost Dragon if I need to. Am I happy training this with a Basilisk? Yes. I think so. Yeah, not yet. We have ways to get around the Basilisk. Ooh, that's good for them. That's good for them. Well, there's 4 cards in here. Chaos Channeler might be worth pulling out. And I have enough to still play Guardian of Faith to start going aggressive. Maybe another turn. Yeah, that one equipment is messing with my plans quite notably. Do I just play Guardian of Faith as a 3-2? Yeah, I think it's time to start applying pressure. So I'm just going to play the Guardian of Faith. That's a smart one. Alright. So here's the question. Do I crit to save my Ingenious Smith, or to save my Guardian of Faith? Which is more important to save? Or okay, so if I do the Guardian of Faith, I also kill their Goblin. I almost have a full hand in here. I think that's going to be my play. Next turn, I'm just going to be digging into the bag, and I'm popping it open in a later turn. That planar ally is becoming more and more threatening. Oh, they put it on that guy. Alright. 5, 6, 7, 8. I think that's enough. Yep, I'm okay with that. Putting leather armor in the bin. Alright. I need to deal with the flyers. The flying issue. I'm going to attack with everything and just not sacrifice anything with Tiger Tribe Hunter. Alright. That's it. And that means I draw a card in the process, which is actually really good for me in this position. I can't actually sack the Bag of Holding, because then I perish. Because I can't... Oh my gosh. It's really unfortunate. Darn planar ally. Alright. Block here this time. Okay. Alright, so I could play Battlecry Goblin, and then I'm dead, I'm pretty sure. So if I play Battlecry Goblin, attack, I can sack there, but then I die to the frost stuff. Battlecry Goblin, give it haste, sack it to... Like, I need to somehow kill the Pegasus, is my main issue. But I only have 2 mana to do it. God. Alright, I think I found the path, but I lose so much in the process. Is there any way to block the flyers? To block the planar ally if I can't? Okay, 1, 2, 3. Okay, hold up. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. I think I loot, and there's a win condition in here, if I can draw it. I did not draw it. Alright, well, I think I just lost right then and there. Because I think I have to now attack. Kill the Sylvan Shepherd. Alright, there we are. Draw a card that can win me the game. That can at least keep me alive against that flyer. And I drew a mountain. They might be scared. So I have you see a pair of goblins, which would have given me the buff to kill the planar ally, or done something about this situation. But yeah, plate armor plus flyers. Definitely tough thing to get through. Well done. Well done. Malice brought malice into my life. Oh well. We still did okay. I think we still did okay. We still got 4 wins. Which, for a deck that I'm not as proficient with, gain 4 wins is great. Any improvements? I definitely would have liked more 2-mana 2/2s. That would have been nice. Jade Sellsword really was not what I was looking for. Thorny Barbarian destroying an artifact might have been nice, but what would I take out? Price of Loyalty? Yeah, Price of Loyalty. That was my win condition. Price of Loyalty was my win condition. Oh my gosh. That was what I was looking to. A Price of Loyalty would have won me a game in quite a few places. Alright. So yeah, Price of Loyalty could have been good if I drew it at the right times. I did not draw it at the right times, therefore it did not do its job. But even if you're not using it as a sacrifice outlet, just using it to get yourself a big monster to do a final blow is worthwhile. It's the end game. It's the ending card, but I think my problem was I didn't draw it more than anything. Alright. Ochre Jelly. Ooh, Ranger class. Have not drafted one of those in Limited. I faced one of those, I believe, but like, yeah, that's supposed to be like the best Limited card in the game right now. Anyways, that was still a fun draft. Everyone, thank you all so much for watching. I hope you all have a wonderful day.